Sacred Heart, I'm Priestess Sahara, and welcome to my healing sanctuary. A couple of years ago, I moved from North America to South America. This reminds me of an inspiring Inca prophecy. When the eagle of the north and the condor of the south fly together, the earth will awaken. In the reinvention of myself, perhaps launching this message is a step in the right direction. I've shared a prayer with the Creator before making this video, as it's my plea for healing all that is. Personally, I'm going through big changes, as the rest of the world, especially you. I would like to take this time to explore this further, using some mystical modalities as tools for a different perspective. For example, in numerology, 2017 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals a 1-year cycle. This means fresh beginnings, planting new seeds for a new 9-year cycle. So this is no ordinary new phase, which I'll explain later on. This year, our life path will be focused on the self. This new wisdom is expressed by asserting ourselves, so setting boundaries is key. 2017 is the year for self-love in such a way that's never been expressed before on such a mass scale. All together, we are pressing the reset button. Can you feel it? For myself, I'm proclaiming a hermit and reinvention sabbatical with lots of creativity along the way. There are many forms of sabbaticals to celebrate one's personal year. If your life is filled with work, school, family, responsibilities, and engagements, I urge you to make some me time daily, once a week, or even a 5-minute break at your job or school. So whatever you could do for yourself is a precious gift. Just remember, our Earth family is all in this together. When we avoid our deep, intense feelings entirely, we begin to unconsciously project onto others and to the world. We judge, we get angry, we hate, we get hurt, and feel violated by even minor emotional situations. And we blame others for our pain. It's your fault. If we want to grow and evolve in life, it's our responsibility to our soul's journey to make time to go inward in our life and not just do physical errands, but to honor our total self for balance. As we pass through this inner journey, we are creating more harmony that is expressed all around us, as our inner world is connected to our outer world. In shamanic astrology, which was created for this new Aquarian era that we're in, it explains that we are currently in the Venus-Leo journey. The goddess Venus is the queen, while Leo is the earthly king, which together equals harmony. This is until the end of the 3rd quarter, but the energies will last longer as we learn to master this skill. What that means is that we are in the process of reclaiming the divine sovereign queen and king aspects for both women and men. As we explore what sovereignty means, it truly is the mysteries of healthy self-love. Since we are an individuated being, we have the gift from Source for personal sovereignty, as this is our divine right of every individual in our universe. As we learn to love ourselves more completely, we are better at loving and inspiring others. This Venus journey that we're on together is described well by the mythic tale of the goddess Inanna, as she descends into the underworld to face her fears in all the ways that she doesn't love herself. It is a powerful life initiation about a metaphorical death and rebirth, dying to who she believes herself to be, so she could be reborn to who she truly is. This is a journey of surrender and trust. Here are some questions to ask yourself that may be helpful to facilitate this intent. What would it take for me to truly, wholeheartedly love myself on every level of my life, in the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual realms? What would it take for me to remember, know, and live my divinity? What would it take for me to live and express healthy, radical, and radiant self-love? It helps to remember all of the beliefs and patterns not in alignment with our intent, as it will come up for clearing and transformation. As we become more aware of who we are and who we want to be, it's good to look at various addictions that could be stealing our energy, health, and time, and distracting us from self-love. We could be overdoing things to avoid our feelings, such as overworking, overeating, over-consuming treats, over-celebrating, and going on too many vacations. It's important to ask yourself, why are you doing what you do? This includes visiting, talking, and writing too much to our lover, partners, co-workers, friends, and family. These all could be distractions from being present for our own life and meaningful purpose. On a much larger scale, we're still currently experiencing the great year, or the precession of the equinoxes. This happens approximately every 26,000 years, so the exact date isn't for sure. There are a couple of special points about this. Firstly, this is a total cycle of 12 astrological ages that's fully completed. Secondly, we are moving more and more into this new age of Aquarius. So it's a fascinating time to be alive, as many of us have had the privilege to live in the great year and live in two different ages as we leave Pisces behind and enter into Aquarius. What's difficult is that in the past age of Pisces, we are affected by a period of putting ourselves last. But in this new age of Aquarius, we're now inspired to put ourselves first. Talk about confusing and conflicting. Arg! Ah! So after a few years of metamorphosing in this cusp-like cocoon, we are getting ready to love ourselves better than ever, particularly with the divine feminine aspects of our inner core. That includes men connecting to their yin selves. As for the past 3 ages, the goddess has been somewhat dormant since the age of Taurus. Because each age is over 2,000 years, that's a very long time. 6,000 years! It could be one good reason why many women feel angered today about equality and respect. But we need to find this divine feminine fulfillment from within and not without. Claiming our full power is the solution. So thankfully, the goddess is rising from the underworld to be expressed this year for 2017 more thoroughly with our individual nature. Finally! Now, we did officially leave the age of Pisces in 2012 according to the Mayan calendar. But since it was 4 years ago, it was in the middle of a numerological cycle. So technically speaking, 2017 is a 1 year. So it's our first personal year in this new age of Aquarius. This is all about our individual journey. So for 2017, it will feel more real than ever before. Okay, I would like to ask you to join me in a little ceremonial prayer to bring to life what I've just shared with you. You're welcome to say it for yourself, to ground this into your being. I am opening up to sweet surrender to the beautiful birthright of my loving, sacred self. I am opening, I am opening, I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. Blessed be Aho.